Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to get scared.
Stop the prime time, bitch!
Gail's not here!
I'm not interrupting anything, am I? You three look deep in thought.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut!
One ugly motherfucker.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What, did you think he was gonna hack me up into little pieces or something?
Welcome back to year 2 of Nerd Nation's Halloween Spectacular. Tonight we're going to be talking about the original Terrifier. Fair warning, this review will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen Terrifier yet and want to, go check it out first and then come back to this video at a later date. I became a fan of this franchise last year, and I even covered Terrifier 3 in last year's Halloween Spectacular. I can understand why a lot of people don't like this franchise though. They're very gross, extreme, and not for the faint of heart. However, I like it when a horror movie challenges me and shows me different things that I haven't seen before. It can also get a physical reaction out of me. This franchise does all 3 of those things for me. However, speaking on the first Terrifier movie, this is definitely the weakest of the 3, but I still don't think it's a bad movie. I still enjoy this movie quite a bit, even though it does have some issues. Let's start with Art the Clown. He's practically become a horror icon at this point, and David Howard Thornton has played him to perfection. I would argue this is the scariest version of him in the 3 movies. We don't know a lot about him in this film, and to my knowledge, he's just a regular guy in this movie, not some supernatural force. It makes him a lot scarier to me. Feels like some psycho could dress up in a clown costume and do the things that he's doing in this film, which just makes this all the more scary. Speaking of which, the kills in this movie are absolutely brutal. Everyone's talked about the upside down handsaw scene, and for good reason. It's a nasty and painful kill. There's also some other crazy kills, such as Art turning the pizza worker's skull into a jack-o'-lantern. The carnage in this movie is very gnarly and very hard to look at. The makeup on the kills is also really good too, considering this movie was made for a mere $35,000. While Sienna Shaw isn't in this first movie, I do think the characters we get in here are pretty decent. Tara is a great protagonist, and even though she dies halfway through, I think the screen time she got was enough to give her a lasting impact. Vicky is also pretty decent in here. It helps if you've seen the other 2 movies and know what she's become, because if you have, her character is really tragic because you know that Art eventually disfigures and traumatizes her. Dawn is also decent. She's definitely the comedic relief of this movie, and as such, she's left a bit underdeveloped. However, her death really kicks off the insanity in the last half of this film, so she's very memorable in that regard. I also think the setting of the movie is really good. Having it take place almost entirely in a warehouse makes it really claustrophobic and makes you feel like you can't escape Art. This movie just has these great Halloween vibes that I really enjoy. I think this movie actually takes place on Halloween night, so as such, Tara and Dawn are coming home from a Halloween party and they're dressed up in their costumes, which is a really fun idea because that's all they have to protect themselves against Art the Clown, and they're just running around in their costumes for the entire movie. However, the original Terrifier does have some flaws. I think the biggest issue with the movie is its script. This is definitely a movie that's meant to showcase Art the Clown and show you what he can do, so the story isn't very developed. It's not an awful script, but considering how much better written the sequels are, with all the themes and layers in them, this first movie just feels really dull in comparison. I also think the twist halfway through could have been better. Tara's death is shocking because she's been our main character up until this point, but then it just cuts to her sister Vicky's perspective, and she basically has to catch up with the movie for a solid 10 to 15 minutes. I think it really messes with the pacing, and maybe if Tara had died sooner, it wouldn't have been as big of an issue for me. Overall though, Terrifier is a pretty solid slasher flick. It's definitely the weakest of the 3, but there's still a lot I enjoy about it. I'm going to give Terrifier a 7 out of 10. Guys, thanks so much for watching. This series is a ton of fun to make, and I really do appreciate you guys' support. We've still got a lot of movies to talk about before October's over, so make sure you stay tuned for those. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time.